Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode today here on the Growing Green Podcast. Welcome into a Marriage Monday here with Savannah and myself. I am Jeremiah, excited to come to you today to wrap up the year. We are close to the end. We'll do one more of these. One more of these bad boys, and then our year 2025 will be wrapped up. Probably 47 to 48 fresh Marriage Mondays for this year. I would say we probably missed 3 to 5.
I feel like that's a good guess. I don't really remember the whole immediately after a baby, but
we didn't miss many.
Okay.
Once or twice.
All right, go us.
I don't think we missed a ton. So it was. It's been a big year. Been a big year for us. I think. I tell you what. I think that's kind of what I want to do today, and just kind of share some thankfulness and just like what have we gone through, what have we done this year, what have we good and bad, right? And kind of a moment of reflection a little bit, and then next week we're gonna really
next year
go through next year and what that looks like in more detail, because we had our meeting, we talked about that, we kind of planned and prepped our year, and so I really wanted to get that dialed though. And share that, because we had actually a lot of people ask me about that, what that looked like, what that schedule was going to look like for our size of business and size of family right now. And so I'm excited to share some of that. So we may do that more next week, the week before the new year. But this year has been one for the ages. It's been a good year. It's been a up and down year. I think we went into the year. You were big pregnant.
Yes, thank you.
B-I-G, pregnant.
Yes, I was far along in my pregnancy.
Were you 30 weeks yet?
I was like 28, 29.
So you weren't really pregnant.
Because I was about 30 in Disney.
Don't you remember we went through all that?
I sure do.
That was this year. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You being really pregnant at 30 weeks.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You think I forgot that? I'm sorry.
We started the year off pretty quick going to Disney World, which doesn't fit. There's no way that was this year.
That feels like an eternity ago. A different lifetime. I think it doesn't help that there's a lot that's happened in the lives of everyone that went that makes it feel like that long ago. Just family dynamics and life changes and baby, more kids, stuff like that has happened since then. And so
multiple more kids.
Yeah, and so that just makes it also feel like there's no way that was this year. It's hard for me to think about anything this year that we did without Tate. And that was probably the last, we knew it too, but it was the last big thing we did without him. And so it just feels like, holy cow, there's no way that all fit into this year, but it did. Yeah,
and it was fun. It was a really fun week.
It was.
Slow, we were slow home. I think they did some Christmas light takedowns while we were gone, and nothing crazy. But then we rolled into February, March, made a big hire in the business this year. He started in a sales position, and then he's since transitioned over into a field role. We learned a lot through the sales process, what that looks like, what good and bad looks like. Learned a lot in that, and brought on. We had a strong spring. We had a rough early summer, and we finished the summer decent and had a strong fall. But it's one of those things that if you don't, again, it's not only a failure if you don't learn from it. And so we learned a lot from it. And then we went into baby mode, springtime. So we made some big hires February, beginning of March, and I did that at a great time because the hires we made were really good hires. We were really performing pretty well, and it bought me some time.
Yeah.
Once we had Tatey Bug.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that process like for you?
You talking about early summer?
No,
like
the baby.
right after the baby.
Like having the baby.
Yeah. So
like now that you're not postpartum, I don't even know that we've like reflected on.
Yeah.
His like birth and stuff since.
I know, and it makes me want to go back and kind of like look at some pictures and videos of this year as we like really reflect on it, because so much of that for me is the reality of being postpartum. Is some of it is a fog. Like
It's a blur, yeah.
I genuinely think it's like God's design to like mentally protect yourself from all of that, because we joke that like you don't remember, so you'll do it again, and there is aspects of that are real. Like you kind of
already
protect
things
yourself.
that I've forgotten.
Yeah. But as far as postpartum, so this year, I think something we've talked about, we've been very open about, is, Jack starting school. Well, which also feels like a lifetime ago, him not being in school. He was not in school, like when I had Tate in the spring. So he was home with me every single day. And it's so crazy how quickly we all have already become adjusted to our new, like, routine of him going. Because right now he's out for 2 weeks. And what is the Christmas song about the line that says something like, what does it say? Someone's like, the parents mom and dad can't wait for school to start again. Oh, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yeah.
Mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again. And I've always thought, that's so sad. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's so real.
I really identify with that.
Yeah.
But it's been really sweet to have him here every day. The last week, next week. Anyways, all that to say, he was home full time, and that was it was a lot. Because
very taxing.
Yeah, I mean, you have a 2.5-year-old boy who is bouncing off the walls. I mean, we went and we did every day. I mean, we were out of the house. I kept him out of the house. We both go very stir crazy, being home too much. And so we both had just an immense life change. Like both of our little worlds were turned upside down because I could no longer go and do. So he didn't get that from me. And then I also had another whole human that was totally dependent on me. So stretching myself in that way and like trying to be what they both needed and really just like having to depend on the Lord to sustain me in a lot of ways, because I mean, I was falling short. I mean, I do in every way, but that's a whole nother tangent. But it was a lot, and I've learned a lot. And definitely, I don't feel like I really felt like I had my feet under me until about 6 months, because everything is so constantly changing with babies. Always, but you hit about 6 months, and like things start feeling a little normal, right? Like, sleep is.
Yeah, it was normal at that point. We weren't sleeping. That was definitely.
Yeah, but I just mean like your days. Like they're like kind of accustomed to being in the world. Like at that point, thankfully, Tate had started like napping a little bit regularly, and by 6 months, Jack was in school. That was September, so things started really feeling better then. And I took a lot of pictures all summer because I knew that I wasn't going to like be able to just recall. So I wanted things to look back on, but it was a very sweet summer. Like I'm thankful for the community of friends I have and our family that like really helped and encouraged me to just like keep going. And like we stayed out, like we went once I was physically able again. And I was comfortable with Tate. As far as like, I was very anxious with Jack getting sick, and thankfully the seasons were different, so I wasn't like terrified that my 4-week-old was going to get RSV or the flu in May. But so we went and we did, and we went on trips. Like I mean, we took Tate and did, and I'm so thankful for that, because I think that really shaped my postpartum experience this time around, as well as. What was new to me was having 2 kids, but what was not new to me was having a newborn. And so that did not feel as scary, or as anxiety inducing as it did the first time. So for that, I was thankful. And I knew, I don't know that we've talked about this as much, but me never having to think about going back to work, I think had to have played a big role in me just being able to be present and just like be joyful about the time with the newborn, because there was no sense of this impending like coming to an end. You know, like my life was just what my life was, And I'm like, I can't even put into words how incredibly thankful and blessed I feel that just like that this is my life. Like,
yeah, like that's reality.
Yeah, like I don't have to, at least for this point of our life, in this season, I'm not trying to navigate or balance that. So that's not lost on me either, what a blessing this is and how I think that really did kind of help shape what this year has looked like for us.
Yeah, and we, like you said, we were gone a lot. We traveled a lot this year. And
like seriously, we know that we're probably gonna do some things different next year, and that's fine. Like we've agreed on that, but I think
it probably happened for a reason. Yeah.
God knew we needed to go and do, and I'm just thankful, like for Jack's sake, that we did that, for our sake as a family. Like I remember, I feel like we were just so set on becoming like this family unit because it had changed, right? Like we now have a whole another member of our family, and trying to kind of like make that a reality, even though like he was like a little potato all summer and didn't really start, coming into his personality until end of the summer, really. But it was still such a blessing. Like I'm just so thankful that we kept going. Like we went and we did, and we, again, like all of these things that it's so evident to me that like God had planned. Like, of course, this past year, my family had like 3 weeks at the beach.
Yeah, in the summer.
In the summertime, like right when we could use them.
We don't have one next year.
And we don't have one, so like I know that was part of his plan, and it really did work out for us because those were sweet weeks. I mean, it was hard on us looking back with sleep.
Yeah.
But you don't think about that now. I think about like getting to, lay on the beach with a 7-week-old and watch Jack play and the family time that we had. So I'm really thankful for this year, like as hard as it's been. I'm to the point now where actually we were talking about this earlier about how I was like, you're going to laugh at me, but the New Year's going to end and I'm going to have to start thinking about Tate's birthday party. And like, really, that's not far away. Yeah. Like he's 9 months old, and not that I need to have everything down to a T, but it's like it's not far away. Like it's not a crazy thing to start thinking about. And I'm in total denial because I've allowed myself this whole year to just be present with him. Because with Jack, it was very much like on to the next, hit this milestone, sleep through the night, eat these foods, crawl, walk, go, like be big enough to where I'm not scared, really, but I just wanted...
Tate was that size when he came out. So
True.
He solved that.
No, I've just so been like, no, he's our baby. Like, he's the baby. And I really do sometimes have to catch myself. I know he's big, but I genuinely feel like he's like 3 months old. Like, I feel like he is our baby. I feel like I just am like still recovering and I don't really feel that way. I just mean like it's gone so fast. But the other day we have like a full length mirror in our room and I was holding him and I just like looked at him proportionally to my body. And I was like, you are not a teeny tiny baby.
No,
like
far from it.
It makes me sad. And I have a friend that has boys that are like similar-ish age gap of mine, and I used to always like kind of get on her because she really babied her second kid.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I'm doing it. Like he's 9 months old and I'm not not that he needs to be like running and speaking in full sentences, but like I'm like, I see a little bit how you do that because your mind almost can't comprehend that they're as big as they are. So anyways, all that to say, the summer was a little bit of a blur for me, but things started like feeling a little more clear.
I feel like it was after trades. Like that was when you kind of hit that 2, 3, 4 week period there.
Yes. Jack going to school. Like it gave me some time to kind of like feel
space,
like yeah. So I would say,
and he's not in school every day. Like,
no. He goes 3 days a week. Yeah, and it's only a few hours a day.
Yeah,
it's barely enough time to do anything. Honestly, once you get home and whatever.
But it makes a difference though.
Oh my gosh!
Because Jack still sleeps. He still takes a nap. So like,
it is a blessing that
comes home and potentially goes straight.
We're in such a sweet spot with it. Yeah, I mean he goes and drop him off, come home, take some morning nap, and then I have a couple hours before I need to go get him, and then come back home. And
It's also
they
afforded
both take an afternoon nap. So.
you a lot of like one-on-one time with Tate that otherwise you would not have gotten.
Holy cow, yeah.
Which I think is that's even more of a like.
And it's like
benefit.
it's like not. I don't feel guilty about it either because I know Jack is being like attended to and he is in his environment.
Time.
Yeah, and he is learning and playing and all things. I'm not like, sticking him with a book in the corner and playing with Tate
or in a screen. Like.
Right? No, yeah, it's been good. So, I think I would like to find a way to have more time with just him though this coming year, and we've talked about that some, but it's just. He's still, we've talked about this, like he's 3 now and
he's in his last baby year.
And that's like hard to think about because sometimes we see him as bigger, but then he has moments every day where he is like reminding us that he is not, and he needs the time with us. So I think if I could change one thing about this year, it would be prioritizing. This is just like spitballing, like one of like regret wise, as a whole, it would be me more intentionally spending like undivided attention with him, because like I'll play with him while Tate takes a nap, but I'm still here, Tate's still here, there's still things to be done and whatever, but just giving him that time too, because I get a lot of it with Tate,
Yeah,
so.
and it's more like. For those of you that have older kids and have gone through this stage in life, like they need that at that time. Like it's very evident an attitude shift, just like subconsciously in them when he gets the one-on-one and when he is having to quote unquote like fight for attention with Tate. When he's on his own, he's a totally different kid. Just much more like. Willing to just listen and obey like the first time, and he's kind and he doesn't turn into a devil when Tate's around, but it's definitely
the mood shifts
subconsciously
a little bit.
He knows that like
but
and then he's having to learn, right? He's having to learn to share that time.
But anyways, our year, I got totally wrapped up in that, but that was our year. So you said beginning of summer, but like how was that for you? I don't think we talk about that. Like I feel like we got into such this like autopilot, like not in a negative, like coexisting way, but I think we just knew like, okay, this is kind of a season of like putting our heads down, dividing and conquering.
Yeah.
Not like getting through it to get through it, but like you kind of have to. Like it was what was needed for that season of like, just lack of time and sleep and all the things. Like you only have so much.
Yeah, I would say this year's probably like we've had zero discussion about this. This is totally unscripted. This is probably our like quote unquote hardest year of like relationship
marriage.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Like we've had the most tough conversations.
I think we've had also just like the least time for each other. I think a lot of this year we got what was left of each other, and I think we realized that that's not a sustainable thing. Yeah, like that's not something that you can sustain and have a healthy marriage.
Yeah.
And we have seen that in more ways than one, I think. So, that was another thing. Like that was, I feel like without even acknowledging it, that's why we had the dinner. Like that's why we went into, we realized that we needed to like really be intentional and stop giving each other what was left, because you can't live that
which is
way.
like, like hindsight's 2020. You go back and change some things here and spend more time here, but I would say overall, with the new still trying to grow a company with a new baby in the middle of spring.
Oh yeah,
we did all right. Like
no, agreed.
We did all right.
Yes, I think it could have been much worse.
Yeah.
I don't think that there was ever a point where I was like, we're really not okay. Like it was just, I think it's also just a natural evolution of growing your families. Like you kind of miss the way things were a little bit, but also, it's a season but then that's also part of it. You have to acknowledge that and not just,
but it is also letting go of the past some. Like, it's just a season, but it's a season that is going to change and evolve, for the next 20 years.
Yeah, and habits become your routine.
Yeah.
So like if you do not acknowledge them, you just let them continue to happen, and that will be your new normal. But
But there is a piece, there's a piece of the last 4 years that we will not have again, or at least for the next 25 years when we have kids at home.
yeah,
Like that is just part of the, it's part
it's
of
so weird
life.
because like I feel like we're inching towards not being able to remember being that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can still remember and like feel what it's like for it to just be us. Like especially when we get that time.
Yeah.
But we have 2 kids. We have a almost 3.5-year-old, which isn't old, but the longer you go,
It's 1,000 days. Yeah.
the farther away you get from it, the harder it becomes to remember that. And so I think we just realized that we have
Which is all the more reason, to be
Yeah.
intentional.
Right.
Like that's the thing that we preach about all the time, and just the reason, it's a massive reason that we talk about going together the trades, which is in Arizona this year.
Yeah, which we got to get our tickets and stuff.
Yeah, ticket sales are live. They're renting out a hotel.
It's gonna be so cool.
It's going to be sweet. The hotel is going to be everyone there is going to be for the conference, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's like a
private
thing.
We're taking a Grand Canyon trip.
Little tour.
Optional. It's going to be good. Really, really good. But that is why you can go to togetherthetrades.com and get tickets there. But that is one of the reasons that you go to that conference, like to make that time for each other. And it's very easy in that time of year because that is the time where it's grind time. We start April, May really busy, and we don't really stop until November, December in our market. And so it's one of those things that if you don't take that time in the middle of the summer to really be intentional and say, whoa, we got to stop, spend some time together. And trades is an example, but you don't
Not
have to be.
exclusive,
That doesn't
yeah.
have to be the only thing that you do, right? You can do
Hopefully
something
it's
once a
not.
month. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope hopefully it sparks something for you to like do more than that. But also your marriage doesn't have to be on the ropes to go to a marriage conference too, right? And that's something that
Yeah, it's so crazy. Yeah, I
feel
feel like that's a misconception. Maybe is
it's
like
a huge misconception.
it's you wouldn't wait until it's like there's analogies about like hurricanes and stuff. You wouldn't wait till the hurricane is in your driveway to start boarding up your windows.
Yeah.
Like you want to equip yourself and prepare you and your marriage for when things happen, because it's really not a matter of if, it's just when things will come. And like if you never really like have anything horrible like happen, then that's wonderful. But like also I feel like there's no perfect marriage. Like you could always be working towards, like even if you feel like you're in a good place, like it could probably be better, and so you don't always have to be on the defense. You can go to be on the offense. Like what can we do to improve, or how can I grow myself as a wife or myself as a husband? Like I don't know. I think a lot of times people do look at it as like a defensive thing of figuring out how to protect your marriage, which is great. But then you could also go to learn how to make it better, which I think is also wonderful.
It could be good and just make it like improve on it.
Yeah, like we love our marriage. We're in a great spot. Let's go to this conference and see like maybe there's something that we are missing, or like we can both do better, or maybe this will spark a conversation of an area that we didn't even know that we should be talking about, or whatever. I think there's a lot there that you don't even know that you don't know. So
what you don't know is what's killing you, folks. That is it. There's something that you could be missing in your marriage that you just simply neither one of you know or have experienced. That is the thing that's killing you, right? When you figure that out, you could see a massive change for good there.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how we got on that, but
we're talking about while we went to trades and that kind of that time of year.
Yeah, it's very busy, and so being intentional is huge. And we weren't great at it in the middle of summer, and that is. You talk seasons of life, like that is 100% a season in life, like age of kids.
Oh yeah, that was hard.
Getting babysitters and stuff like that.
Yes.
The couple that comes to mind for me that's like that I've seen the most, like whoa, like they are really investing in their marriage is Josh and Julie Sutton, and they do like a day night every week.
Every week.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah,
I love that for them.
It's great. It's amazing. You can like really see a change in them. And I said change. I don't think they were in trouble before, but I can see how healthy it is. Like their interactions together when you're with them, they're both like happy and they have older kids, right? So it's a little bit easier those kids are self-sufficient, right? They can cook their dinner if they wanted to, put themselves to bed, So that it's not an excuse. It's just the fact of like
it's reality.
It is reality, and so
it just looks different for us. Like there will be a season.
Just got to get more creative.
That's our reality. So, but you just don't wait until it's easy.
Exactly. Don't let that be what's stopping you. Right? Because it's not easy. Like you can have 2 or 3 kids, you can have 4 kids, but you have to make time for each other, and if you don't, one of you or both of you will go insane. And
that
I think that's one of the big things that we tried to do this year was, I tried to. I think there were a couple times, multiple times, where like I kept the kids and you were able to go do things on your own. Do things with your friends.
Yes,
like I think that's a huge portion of this year as well. Is like you getting deeper in your friendship community and doing things again without the kids. Because that is such a heavy part of your life now. Yeah. Staying at home, watching them, raising them, mothering them, having some separation from that. And like, I think that's also, we've never talked about this either. Like it's healthy.
Yeah.
I think if you can continue to do that and do that well, it will help with your like identity crisis that you run into when you get older, as kids get older. Like, if you keep a life outside of
your kids.
Outside of your kids, exactly.
Yeah.
There's so many moms, and I mean, I would say dads too, they're so wrapped up in their kids and what they do and they have no time separation from them. Like, they are going to have a massive identity crisis when their kids get older.
Yeah.
And
it's so odd,
we've seen that personally.
I feel like it's hard. I feel like that comes in 2 ways. It's like right now when they're all consuming. Like they need you every minute of the day, pretty much, like physically dependent on you.
Like literally, yeah.
Yeah, and then also like maybe when they get a little bit older, like into like high school, when and this looks different for everybody, but like their extracurriculars, like sports and music and plays and all of those things that like it's easy for you to like wrap up in with them, and then when they go off or move out and that's gone, it's like, whoa. So I feel like we are easy to say that, but like there's a wave yet that we have not yet
100%
encountered.
I agree with that. We haven't done it yet, but what it is like we are sitting here determining, hey, going into this, we're going to go in and make sure that this is a priority for us. And I think a lot of people don't. A lot of people have not done that. They didn't. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't a conversation that they had early on, or and that's why, again, surround yourself with people that are a little bit older than you. Surround yourself surround yourself. Have those people in your life. Maybe that's a better way to put that. Yeah. Have elders in your life that can mentor you.
To be elders.
They're older than you. That's the word that I chose. That are 10, 15, 20 years older than you, that are in a different stage of life, and
oh my gosh,
can give you wisdom on some things that like, hey, we did this right, we didn't do this right. If you're only doing life with the people that are all your age, you're either going to all win together or you're all going to die together.
Oh my gosh, it's like the blind leading the blind. Why would you say it like that?
That's true. It's true. Nobody's out of the fog to know whether we're going to, like, this is the right thing or not.
Oh, my gosh. We're all just roaming around hoping something works.
Exactly.
Okay. Edit this out.
No, it's real life. Anyway, have those people in your life. Find them. Bring them into your circle. Ask them to guide you and give you wisdom along the way. But overall, I would say, like, what would you rate this year?
Would I rate the year?
On a grading scale.
I'm going to give it an 8.
No. A, B, C, D.
Oh, gosh. Who does that anymore?
That's how
I always say it out of 10.
No.
I don't like that.
I like it. It's my show.
The numbers give you more range.
Not really.
Yes, they do.
Because if you go
0 to
A
10.
plus A minus, B plus B minus.
No. What's the
C
plus
plus
minus
C
crap?
minus.
It's an A or it's a B. Like
no, it's not.
That's so stupid.
A plus is 5 to 10. Same concept.
No. What?
If you're doing okay, come on. We losing you here?
Yeah, you are.
If you're doing a scale of 1 to 10,
an
A plus would be a 5, between a 5 and a 10, and A minus would be like a 5 to 0 type thing.
Then, all right, we're not doing this. I don't have enough brain cells left working.
We're on 2 different wavelengths here.
Yeah, you are. So do 0 out of 10.
Okay, whatever. Oh, no, I'm going to write my scale first. I would give it a solid
I already said mine, so.
B plus.
Oh, B plus?
Yeah. I don't think we can give it an A. There's too many things. And I'm talking about, that's also including like.
B plus, though, feels not right. But
Why?
A feels a little strong.
No, B plus is solid.
B plus is like, no, the year was better than a B.
No, B plus
But
is like.
wasn't an A.
B plus is like, okay, it was a pretty good year. Like, we have a lot of room to improve.
I think I just have like something ingrained in me that like you don't get B's.
I mean, yeah, kind of, but still.
You don't do B's.
So I guess on a number scale, I'd probably give it a 7. 8 is strong.
8 is strong. I feel strong.
8 is strong. 8 is like.
I told you I was postpartum, but like
You did good. We did really good.
Yeah, like what do you mean? Is this a personal thing? Is this as a family, as a marriage? Like there's so many different aspects.
Just as a whole.
I'm saying overall for me, I feel like my year was an 8. I had a baby. Like he is in the greatest addition to our family.
You're grading it differently. But
no, what do you mean?
I'm thinking like a family.
Okay, then that's what I asked you because I'm thinking overall for me, for Savannah.
Oh, well, yeah.
This was an 8 because I feel like I had a baby. I dove a lot deeper into my community with my friends. Like I got my Peloton here. Like I can work out here. Like we traveled a lot. Like we stood strong together. I grew my faith. Like we connected more with our people around us.
10.
I'm just saying, like, there were hard parts, but like overall, 2025, like, was very blessed.
It was very good. It was very good.
Okay, so there's why I had an 8. I gave it an 8.
All right, I'm proud of you. Now let's make it a 9 or a 10 in 2026.
I think we could get it to a 9. I don't know that any year's ever going to get a 10 from me.
I mean, you could get a 10.
For a year?
Yeah. If you when you're done having kids, I feel like 10 is a much more achievable thing.
When you're not pregnant or postpartum.
Exactly.
You're probably right. When you can remember
the entire
more than
year.
half the year, probably.
You couldn't even tell me what happened in the month of May.
I don't know that I could tell you what happened in the month of February. I was freaking miserable.
Yeah. At least it wasn't hot.
At least it wasn't hot. That's the only
now
thing.
Now you got me thinking,
going.
I want to go back and look at pictures from
what
May,
did we do in
May
February?
And June and February.
Oh, May and June? Yeah. What about just from February to June?
Yeah.
Because what the freak?
What even happened in that
What
time?
even happened? How did we stay fed? I don't know. Oh, it was our friends. They fed us. I don't know how. We survived.
But I forget it a different way. Because the sleep thing. Oh, the sleep thing. Well, guys,
you know what's funny is we just had no idea what was coming. We thought he'd be sleeping through the night at 12, 13, 14 weeks.
We'll wake up 4 times tonight. I'll just go ahead and I'll admit it. I'll be up.
And you're going to sleep with a monitor for you. Because if you're going to say this, you're dealing with it. Okay, thanks.
I'll be up. But we are finally to a point where sure, I'm going to say he's going to wake up. I get it. It always happens. But the facts, he's finally sleeping pretty well through the night.
Oh, yeah, he's always up. He's usually up between late 5 o'clock, early 6 o'clock hour.
Correct. But
he's never slept past 7 a day in his life.
No. But he is going through the night now. And I'm just oh.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
It's life-changing.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe one little passy here or there, but nothing like it was. We never really dove into it on here, I don't think.
We did. Sure we did.
I just don't remember it. I was in such a
sleep-deprived state. Yeah.
And that takes a toll.
Yeah, let's justify this even more. Yes,
I would love to actually talk to my
every
guys
aspect
about
of your body,
and see if they see a difference in me.
Now that you're sleeping through the night, you're probably more coherent and present.
Guys, we were up 5 to 7 times a night.
Yes, we were.
For 7 months.
Yes, we were. And Jeremiah's a real trooper. And I'll say it right now. He is a real man, and he got up with me.
Yeah.
Or alternated with me. It was never only me. Even though I stayed home and he went to work, I will get on my soapbox about that for as long as anybody will let me.
Yeah.
Because we both worked, even though it looked differently.
Yeah.
He never, ever made me do that alone. I never was fully responsible.
There was probably a night or two, like, where one of us both took a night wholly,
Yes.
but, like, that was it. And that was very rare.
It was more me that would sleep, and you would take Tate.
Nah, I don't know about
You'd
that,
bring him out here, or you'd sleep with the monitor.
Oh, man, see, these are things I've already forgotten about. I can't do that. I remember that.
The night y'all came out here?
Yeah. Because we were probably, what, 2 months in? And it was
no
like,
sign. I mean, it was bad.
It was bad. Like, bad.
He's our little angel. He just didn't want to sleep.
And, yeah, I literally, I don't even know that I slept more than an hour at a time that night. Like,
yeah.
All right, folks. Well, it's time to wrap up before I go into a deep, dark state of depression
I
here.
know, so we can go to sleep. Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed this year. You've seen a lot. You've heard a lot. We've gone through a lot, right? We've kind of shared and tried to be as open as we can with you. We'll take that into 2026 as well. Come back next week and hear us talk and prep a little bit for that. Got a big year ahead, big things with the business, big growth plans in place, and personally, we're dialing in a lot of things as well. So I'm excited for the years ahead. We only got 4 years until 2030. That's going to be crazy. Jack will be 8. Jack will be 8. Like, what?
No.
It's crazy. Anyway, it's going to get here before we know it. If we can ever help you, please reach out and let us know. Have a Merry Christmas. Don't forget the reason for the season.
The reason for the season.
That's right. Spend time with your family, guys. It's going to be a great week. Make sure you stop and reflect. Sam Gilmore posted a thing the other day. It was very good. Go listen. If you don't follow Sam Gilmore, go follow Sam Gilmore on Facebook and post a lot of great things. And he said, like, these 2 weeks here between Christmas and New Year's, you grind all year long. And if you don't stop, you're never going to realize why or what you're doing it for. Like, take time, rest, reset, reflect. I know it's probably stressful. I know you got bills coming in. You got payroll to make. You got things happening. It's a slow season. I get all of that. Trust me, I get all of that. Take time to rest and reset and reflect on what you have been given, what you've been blessed with, and how you can make better changes in 2026. So if we can help you, reach out and let us know. Give us a big 5-star rating review if you like the show, if you enjoy the show, if we can help you. We'd love to any way we can. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Without any further ado, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up, and I look forward to catching everybody here on the next one. See you guys.